recognize her. She's been in another video of mine, and I'll link her video in the description below so you guys can see what we did to her hair last time. But Chauncey is like, you know what, I'm kind of ready for a change. Summer's coming, spring's coming up, spring, summer, and she wants to go lighter. So you can never go wrong with going more blonde. You know, us blondes, we want to be very blonde. So today what we're doing to her hair is we are getting rid of the smudgy look on her, and we're going to put blonde all the way to her roots. And we also have a little bit of some golden in here underneath her hair. This was like just from past hair colors. She's actually been a level like 4, and so she's gradually gone lighter and lighter ever since her super dark hair. So I'm finally able to go in her hair and just take out this gold, brassy, warm color. So with Chauncey, as I was talking to her and having a little mini consultation about her skin tone, she asked me, what do you think is best for me? Do you think I can pull off a platinum blonde card? Do you think I should have dimension? Do you think I should have lowlights? I think if you have more fair skin, such as Chauncey, she has a little bit more fair skin, but she also has a little bit of a yellow undertone. So someone that has fair skin with yellow undertone, you do need a little bit of warmth, you need a little bit of contrast, you need a little bit of dimension to pop out the features of your skin tone. So today I want to show you guys a tutorial on how to get rid of the warm golden tones, and also just the way I foil someone's hair that's kind of getting rid of that rooty, smudgy look. Well, 2 different lighteners, and I'm also using Olaplex. So this is like a big deal because her hair is already pre-lightened. She already has bleached hair. So as you guys know my previous videos, I'm all about health and I'm all about getting that color perfect. So what we need to do on Chauncey's hair today is we're going to be overlapping already on pre-lightened hair. So we need to use Olaplex. So I'm going to show you guys the mixture I'll be using, the developer, and the method, and my technique. So if you guys want to watch the most amazing video, you stay there because you're going to learn a lot. And that's what you want, right? So anyways, let's get going. Let's get rid of this brass. All about that brass. All about that brass. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's get going. Okay, you guys, so here's my mixture of amazing. So as you all know, I use Redken Flash Lift, one and only. Today I'm going to be using 2 separate developers because that's what her hair will need, and I will tell you why as soon as we get going. I will be using 30 and 40 volume, okay? So as you guys know, Olaplex dilutes. So what I will be doing is I'm going to be using 2 separate bowls. One's going to be a 30, one's going to be a 40. A scoop in each bowl. I'm actually going to be doing 2. I'm going to be doing 2 scoops, okay? So 2 scoops in each bowl. So lightener really just goes off the consistency of what your favorite is, but typically if we're measuring the correct way, which I'm going to be measuring the 4-ounce container. If you're using 2 scoops of lightener, you need 4 ounces of developer. So this is going to be my 30 volume, which this is going to be diluted down to a 20. So make sure you get your mixture all perfect. But at the end of the day, you guys, the mixture is all about your consistency with lightener. And I'm going to remember this is my purple bowl, this is my 20 volume. Then the next one is 40, and same thing, 2 scoops equals 4 ounces of developer. Add in, now before I go in here and add in Olaplex, you have to make sure you mix your bleach up very good. So make sure you mix on up. And if you're feeling like, okay, 2 scoops with 4 ounces of developer is too runny for me, then you can go ahead and add more bleach, or or vice versa. If you're feeling like the bleach is too thick, then you can add in more developer. So this is actually a really good consistency with what I'm going to be doing today. So you're going to want it to make, yeah, this is a good consistency. And also bleach, once it sets, it kind of thickens up a tad bit. So, okay, so now with both of these, because I'm putting in highlights, I'm going to be using 1/8 ounce of Olaplex. So really it goes off of if you're feeling like I need a lot of help in this hair, I want to make sure this hair stays super healthy. Obviously you're going to go off of more Olaplex, but because I'm doing highlights, I'm going to be using 1/8 ounce. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to squeeze the bottle to 1/8. Both mixtures will be doing 1/8. So 1/8 ounce. That's all it takes. So now at this point, you're gonna go in here and you're going to mix Olaplex up so good. And it kind of, what's nice about the Olaplex is once your lightener sets, it kind of takes it to a little bit more of a runnier consistency. But I have noticed that with Olaplex with Redken Flash Lift, it kind of thickens up. So that's what I've been experiencing lately. So isn't that crazy how now this was a 30 volume and now it's down to a 20 volume, and this is going to be a 30 volume. Used to be 40. So that little amount of Olaplex is completely diluting it down to now a 30. Perfect. So here's my mixture. Make sure you mix it up really good. I want to explain to you why I mixed up two separate developers. So Chauncey has a little bit of some color correcting we have to do, okay? So she has her virgin hair growing through right here. She has her old color that we added in here that has kind of gradually gone a little bit warm. And then she has her blonde hair throughout here, okay? So through this area, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be adding in right here, because it's darkness and we need to lift this color, I'm going to be adding in my 30 volume, and through some of these areas that are golden through the blonde, I will be adding in my 20 volume. I also want to show you guys the underneath. So as you guys can see on top of here, we have some super beautiful pops of blonde. We also have some warmth blonde, and we also have some really golden blonde underneath here. Okay, so I want to show you guys, as I told you before, Chauncey has been 4 levels. So she has gradually worked her way to this tone after a few settings of going lighter. But look at that golden brassy warm tone. Okay, some people may like it. Against her skin tone, this isn't working. I'm going to be doing a very medium fine weave with foils today on this hair. So here is kind of my sectioning. It's kind of all over the place, but I have her hair in a 4 parting pretty much back here, but down here against the nape, it's just a small little fine section, so you don't have to worry too much about that. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking fine sections. Because this is a slight color correction, you guys have to make sure you take fine enough sections and to make sure that the color is getting corrected. And I'm going to weave a very fine weave. And this area, I actually am going to be putting a 20 volume because it's going to be the very first area that's going to be developing and working and processing. So I need to make sure it's staying healthy underneath here as I'm working my way up. So I'm going to be putting in a 20 volume with foiling. So I'm using foils today because I need her hair to stay heated and to stay moistured the whole time. So I'm just going to go in here and I'm going to take this all the way to the root, and I like to go in here and try to get as close as possible, and I'll take my brush and I will vertically, once I apply the lightener on and I put it on horizontally like that, I like to go up close to the rooty section and get as close as possible. And if you guys already know, I've already talked about why I love Redken Flash Lift. It's because it doesn't swell, and I can get close to the root without knowing that there's so much swelling happening. So this is going to be a 20 volume. I am taking it all the way to the ends because the point of this is to get out that golden color you see. So I'm going to work faster with this, you guys, because Olaplex is in here. It will save the day, but it's also not some sort of magic wand that's not going to just not get the hair damaged. It will still get damaged if it's on here long enough. So I like to go in here and I will do my foils and get them very nice and organized. so. I'm going to work my way all the way up with a 20 volume back here, and then once I kind of get to the mid-shaft section, I'm transferring over to the 30 volume. Again, as I apply my foils in here, I like to take my lightener and I'll go in and put it in horizontally just like this so I can place it. Then I will take my foil and I will get it really close to that scalp just like you see, and I'm going to just feather all the way to those roots. Get it as close as possible. If you already are a hairdresser and you are watching this and you know how your bleach works, your bleach may swell, it may not. A lot of the time you're supposed to take it about a 1/4 inch away from the roots. It just depends on your lightener. This is the way Redken Flash Lift works. So that's what I know. So be educated on your product that you're using, because this may not work completely with your specific product. So be careful on that. And maybe do a test strand and see what the swelling, if it swells or if it doesn't. So I just like to take those ends and I'll just kind of go in here and make sure it's very saturated. I'm doing a very fine weave because I want to remove most of this color that I see. So same exact thing. Four, five, six, seven. So I have about 7 foils in her hair already through the back, and now it's time to start using a 30 volume. But what I want to do, you guys, is I'm going to show you exactly how I'll be working this, okay? So I'm going to go in here again, do a very small, fine weave. More of a medium kind of weave because I do want some dimension in her hair. And because her rooty area is darker than her ends, I'm not going to go in here and add 30 volume all the way to the ends. So through this section, I will be using a 30 volume because it's dark and I need to kind of lift the color. And some of the color in her hair, some of the blondes in here are really pretty, but some are still a little bit golden and brassy. So those are the colors I need to pull to the ends. So again, I'm going to go in here and just get nice and tight against the sectioning of the roots. Make sure it's really close up to the root area. And where it's stopping, where that darkness stops, on this section we have some golden blonde, okay? But I am not going to go in here and put 30 volume on this because that is too damaging. So I'm going to go in here and put a 20 volume. So I'm going to put a 20 volume where I ended the 30. So now this is a 20 volume. I'm all about keeping health to the hair. And only because I have Olaplex, you guys, only because I have Olaplex, this is why I'm doing this. If this was not done with Olaplex, this would not be happening. Having pre-lightened hair over and overlapping it with bleach is not healthy. And I'm going to take the 20 volume. If I were to go in here and just fold all the way to the very top, that's when I put 20 volume onto 30, and that's not good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip that foil with the 20 volume, and then I'm going to flip that foil and get that close to the root just like that. And that's how I will be doing the 30 to the 20 volume processing. Pretty blondes in here that I do not need to color. So, but then I have this piece that's gold, so I need to color that. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to pick and choose my color on this one. Okay, I'm going to be using a 30 vol right through here. So as you guys can see, these tones of blondes I absolutely love. There's no reason to color over those. So I'm going to flip those off to the side. And then I'm going to color that golden piece right here. I'm going to switch it to my 20 volume. And I'm going to flip that baby on up. Great. Wonderful. As you can see, this is kind of slipping up here. So get your weaving comb and you're gonna pull this section that's out and just get that tight against the scalp just like this. Perfect. So again, working my way all the way up. Up to this mohawk section, and I'm getting on top of where all of this hair is just gonna fall over. Okay, so I'm now taking everything at this root. I'm gonna show you is I am still going in here and doing a really nice medium fine weave, putting on a 30 volume, which is diluted with, it used to be 40 but it's diluted to 30. And I am just only taking it at the root section and kind of feathering where I feel like needs to be feathered in. But I am not now adding in any of the 20 volume onto the ends. And the reason why is because I'm happy with the tone of blonde that this top color is. So the main focus with the 20 volume on the ends was kind of more on the bottom area. As you can see, there's some golden, so I'll just go through here and kind of feather, but nothing intensely and saturated enough to create any damage. So then I'm just, of course, pulling this hair that doesn't want to be colored off to the side. Frontal area, she has bangs, so I want to show you guys how I'm going to work the bang action. The bangs, it can get tricky because they're so small, they keep falling out, and they're like, oh my gosh, come here, I need you. I'm going to take a little bit of a water bottle, okay, and I am going to just spritz this a tiny bit, just a little bit to create some control. And if you're going to ask the question, is that going to dilute the product? No, it's not. Bleach is going to eat through anything. So I'm going to just create more control for myself so that way this hair will stay in the foil. So I'll show you now how much easier it is. Okay? If this hair was dry, it would still be like all over the place. So now I can go in here and hold tight, and I can create a really nice weave without all this hair flying all over the place. So that's kind of a cool little trick. If you have clients that have bangs, that is something that you can do. So that is my trick for you guys on how it works for bangs. So now we're off to the side, and so what I want to do is, because Chauncey pulls her hair all the way back sometimes, I want to make sure I color some of these frontal pieces all the way back like that, because nothing is more annoying as a blonde having some of these roots show through. So I'm going to go ahead and clip this section off and not touch that section until the very, very end. So when you start getting to the frontal piece, this is the way I work it. So this will be so nice because all this hair is going to come back and she'll have blonde all the way right here. If I were to foil this all the way down, she would have like little dots going all the way down her face. So I want to make sure we get this really nice and blonde it up. So I'm going to take it as a vertical section. I'm going to paint this, I'm going to pull this back, and I'm going to weave all the way to the top, all the way to the bottom. Take your foil, same exact thing, place it, and if it hurts your client, just say, sorry, do you want brown roots or do you want blonde roots? So we're going to go in here and just paint on. And get those roots in there. You don't want to see that stuff. You don't want to see brown roots around the face. It takes practice, you guys, to become really good at foiling. It's not something that just comes all the way overnight, you know. And I'm still using 30 volume. Last section, I'm actually going to take this entire piece because it's small enough, and I'm going to do a small splice right here. And here's another trick. All these tiny little hairs that you see, get that in there, you guys. If you touch a little bit of this scalp like that, it kind of feather those through. That won't really affect the client's skin. You'll be okay. And if it does, then just take a little cloth and kind of wipe off what is not supposed to be there. But get all those little small flyaways because it will just drive you crazy. Perfect. So that's how I do the front, and now we're off to the other side. Show you guys how these are looking. I want to show you the integrity of the hair. So I want to show you guys what's going on with these foils, and I want to show you how it's processing with Olaplex. So from here, all of these foils right here is a 30 volume, and these have probably been on back here for about, I would say, 45 minutes, okay? So let's open this up. Check it out. It's processing. It's looking good. It's definitely in the yellow stage. This is a good stage because that is now the next level to the yellow is the pop of blonde that we need. So this is looking good. The integrity is great. I mean, honestly, we just did the roots above, everywhere above here. We pretty much did the roots. So this is this section. This is looking good. This hair feels good. There's absolutely no damage. There's no stretchiness. It feels super like this. Honestly, the elasticity feels awesome. I am yanking at this, and there is no stretchiness or gumminess to this hair at all. So I am loving the Olaplex. The one thing that I will say that I'm not going to say that bugs me, but the one thing I am going to say about Olaplex is it takes a long time to process, you guys. Like, hello. So Chauncey here is all foiled up. I want to really quickly go over a couple things with you guys as she's processing. First things first, as a stylist, going in here and doing a super blonde heavy foil using Olaplex, I am not going to go ahead. I'm not going to tell you guys how much I charge as an artist because it's confidential to me, honestly. I don't want to make someone else feel bad out there that's like, oh, I should be charging this X amount of money. I don't want to do that because it's just personal. I just don't want to, okay? But I do want to say, charge a good amount of money. You guys, this takes time. This takes so much effort. If you're like me and it's very tedious and every little hair counts between, like, even Chauncey was like, holy cow, you pulled like 5 little hairs at the front of the hair. I would have never thought to like care about the small minor details, but it is important, especially if you are doing a super blonde foil. So anyways, I would recommend charging a good X amount of money. However much you feel comfortable doing, do it, but take it like 20-40 bucks higher if you're putting in a lot of effort like that, because I'll tell you right now, there's not a lot of hairdressers who are willing to go out of their way and just put in genuine time. So that's one thing I definitely want to tell you guys about. And then the other thing I want to give you guys a little bit, not necessarily a tip or a trick, but it's something that I'm going to do for my client today because all of this hair is left out, so treat it. Back in the day, I would say before Olaplex came into my life, I would just go in here and put some conditioner on these ends to keep this hair nice and soft and healthy. But I'm going to be putting in an Olaplex treatment into this hair. So all the hair that's left out is the hair that I picked out that I wanted to be left out. This hair is a pretty tone to me in my eyes, and this hair is really a pretty color. Okay, so now what I want to show you guys is all this extra hair just hanging out. I'm going to be doing an Olaplex treatment. What that is the number 1 of Olaplex and the number 2. In this bottle, 3 ounces of lukewarm water. The water temperature does not matter. I am now going to be adding in, will you hold this for me? I am now going to be adding into 3 ounces of water, ½ ounce of Olaplex. ½ ounce of Olaplex. So this mixture here is like gold. You guys, I'm treating this like gold because this is Olaplex number 1 with water, and this is going to be a treatment on all this unwanted hair. So what Chauncey was like, what is this? What is this doing for my hair? So as I was explaining to her, everything underneath these foils is getting chemically damaged. Me adding in number 1 into these is putting back all of the keratin bonds and all of the disulfide bonds that are being released out of the hair because of damage, because of a product, a chemical. So number 1 of Olaplex goes back into the hair, and it creates those bonds to stay healthy. It keeps the integrity of the hair, and it keeps everything kind of just healthy, and that is why it takes so much longer for the hair to process. Now, going into this hair, because this hair doesn't have a chemical reaction happening, it's just unwanted, and well, not unwanted, this hair is very wanted, but this hair is just sitting here doing nothing. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to create this hair to just have so much health. So pretty much we're going to take this hair and put a ton of keratin and disulfide, everything that gets released, we're putting back into this hair. Okay, because I don't want it to be a huge messy situation, I'm going to grab another towel. And yes, my white towels are stained. I need new towels, so don't judge. They are clean. So I'm going to put it underneath here. And if you have another easier way, let me know, comment below. I'm going to, and the reason why I'm doing just not the number 2 strictly on the hair is because I can see how much it's getting saturated, and I can see how much is actually keeping the health. So I'm going to go in here and just put in, I'm going to really focus on the ends. I mean, I care about all the hair, but I want to just really focus on the ends. Okay, that side. And kind of just rub that together. I don't want to pour it all over the foils because I think that's a bad idea. I'll just put number 2 up here of Olaplex. So you can see that that saturation is great because it's wet, and this is full of Olaplex. Okay, let's do the next side. This is something you do charge extra for. It's Olaplex. It's the product that you're putting onto the hair. So you're going to charge extra for that. But I'll tell you right now, your client will appreciate it so much because honestly, the hair will feel amazing. Like, we're pretty much taking this hair, I mean, don't quote me, but I'm going to just say it because that's how good Olaplex is. We are taking this hair kind of back to its virgin level because it's not getting damaged right now, it's just getting enhanced. So that to me, I'm like, take care of any hair that's left out. So again, just go in here and spritz this all over. Use every drip. Every drip. Don't waste any. Cool. So that's super saturated. Now with the hair that's left up here, that's a little bit dry, I'm now gonna take Olaplex number 2. So I use a lot, you guys. I use like a palm size, plus more. So I'm gonna go in here, rub it all over, and I'm gonna just place it on the hair up here, and also on the hair with Olaplex. And then the next step with her hair right now is to put under the dryer. She's still processing. She's gonna process for probably another 20 minutes, and I'm gonna put her under the dryer for 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna let her process for 10 minutes room temperature. So, okay you guys, it is toner time. I'm going to be using 9V, Shades EQ, 9T, Shades EQ, Redken Shades EQ Clear Crystal Gloss. Amazing stuff. Makes tons of shine, and it dilutes the product a little bit, and the processing solution. So I will be adding in every ounce of bit of 9T I have left, which isn't a whole lot, but that's fine. A little bit of chrome won't hurt. And then I'm going to be mainly focusing on the 9V, which is Platinum Ice, and I'm going to be taking that to an ounce. Perfect. That's exactly 1 ounce. Then this is equal parting. So you're going to go in here and now add in 1 ounce of processing solution and another ounce of crystal clear. Making a total of 3 ounces. Now we're going to get ready to tone her hair. Shake it on up. Okay you guys, so we have her in the shampoo bowl. We just rinsed out the hair, and it's pretty much just damp. I'm going to go ahead and apply a toner. Make sure your client's eyes are closed, and as you guys are sitting there and as I'm toning, pay attention to these eyelashes because they're amazing. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to put some toner all the way at where normally she typically parts, okay? And I'm going to go through and I'm going to just go and strip each, go down through each kind of parting and add in some toner. And her hair is very porous right now, so we want to make sure we are paying a lot of attention on color change and making sure it's not getting to the point where it's turning like that platinum silver color. So you got to kind of be careful. You want to make sure you keep it on all the way until you see that color change, and then you're going to want to rinse out, okay? So her hair, Olaplex, again, you guys, it takes time. It takes a lot of time to process. She processed for probably a good hour, you guys. And it was still a tad, I mean, it was a good color. I wouldn't be confident in the color without toning it right now, because it was still a little bit kind of brassy, but thank goodness for toner. Great, so I have everything in there. Now I'm going to go in here and just work your fingers in here. Make sure it gets everywhere. As this toners, it kind of suds up and kind of bubbles like that, which is good because it makes your job go easier, you know, the saturation of the toner. And also, you guys, her hair had stayed healthy the entire process. And when I go and put number 2 of Olaplex in there, you guys, you're going to see how her hair is not even going to fall out one bit. So far this has been on for about a good solid minute. Normally I tone my clients for about 2 to 5 minutes. And using crystal clear, it dilutes the product, so it takes a little bit longer to process. mix 9V and 9T is my favorite, all-time favorite mixture. If you've been watching my videos, you know it's my go-to toner. Look what it just did. It just created all that brassy hair to just be toned down. And what's nice about the crystal clear, you guys, is it's gonna give the toner more of a permanent action. So it's expensive, I'll tell you right now. It's not a cheap product to buy. Okay, once you rinse out the toner, now what I'm gonna do, you guys, is I'm gonna towel dry her hair. I'm gonna just kind of get as much moisture as I can out of her hair before I add in Olaplex number 2. I'm gonna go in here and use Olaplex number 2. And I'm going to use a lot. Okay. And you're gonna take it and apply it all the way from the root to the ends. Because this stuff is gold. So now, what this number 2 is doing to the hair is it's putting back all of the disulfide bonds that were removed when you chemically damaged the hair. So now it's kind of linking everything together. Kind of like a mama dog and a puppy dog. It's like you're lost without your mom, and then you find her and everything's happy. So that's what's happening to hair. That's my example. Look at these ends. They look amazing. You guys, I had lightener left on her hair for 2 hours. You guys, 2 full hours. Nobody does that. That's scary, that's damaging. And her hair needed it. Her hair wasn't wanting to go past that kind of yellow orangey stage, but we finally got it, and her hair feels awesome. Hi friends! We are here after a long tutorial and a long day and a long appointment. But guess what? We are so happy.
It's amazing.
You guys, like I have no words to tell you like how good this hair turned out, because I'll tell you right now, we left lightener on the hair for 2 hours. We did. Between processing and foiling, it was 2 hours with lightener left on the hair. We just took off, just because she wanted it and she hasn't had a haircut in a long time, we took off about 1 inch off of her ends because it was ready and needed. But look at this color. Look how amazing it looks. We are so happy. We have a perfect amount of cool tone blonde along with warmth, and that's exactly what her skin tone needs. I want you guys to see this up close. You guys, look at this color up close. Oh my gosh, it is so beautiful. The way that medium fine weaving technique turned out. Look at that tone. Look how perfect that bright blonde color's in there along with some of these cool tones. So do you guys see those? So perfect. We are so happy. And the best part about it is it's blended so good. It's so perfect. Look at all this color underneath here. Look how perfect. This is underneath the head. Look at that weaving technique. Look how good this color is. Look how good I am. So what I want to tell you guys is it is very possible under professional circumstances to leave on lightener on the hair for a long time using Olaplex only. It's something I would only recommend for a stylist to do. Do not do this at home, okay? You have to watch what you're doing. But feel your hair, Chauncey. Tell me what you think.
It feels amazing. It literally feels like I only have put dark on my hair for like the last 2 years. It feels better than when I came in.
Like when she meets, it feels like dark's going on. Like a brunette always has nice soft hair because you're never putting lightener and damaging it. So seriously, it's just silk. It feels so good. So here's what I suggest and recommend. I will not let her walk out my door with Olaplex number 3. Here you go.
Thank you.
This is yours.
Thanks.
You're keeping it forever.
Okay.
That's a treatment that she will be putting on her hair once a week, and it will just keep her hair strength and healthy, and the integrity will stay strong. And then I love Extreme Anti-Snap from Redken. It's a leave-in treatment. I recommend this every single time your hair is damp, every time you wash it. So those are the things I suggest for her hair now. And of course, use a sulfate-free shampoo and conditioner. I recommend Hydrate from Pureology. Beyond beautiful. And like I said, you guys, it just feels like silk. It feels like a baby's butt. I don't even know. And literally, we had hardly any damage in her hair. Look at this color. Let me pull it all the way up like you can see the bottom. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. I'm so excited for the results. I'm so proud of it. If you guys are looking at me being like, oh, why does she look like that? It's because it's been a long working day in the salon. Okay? Don't judge me. I haven't had my hair done. I haven't gotten ready, and I haven't gotten myself treated for a long time. And she's doing my lashes. Oh, time's out. Look at her eyelashes. Go close. Oh my gosh, look how beautiful those are, you guys. So, Chauncey does eyelashes. She is my lash technician. I can't live without her. Her and I, we work together. We're like sisters from another mister. But here's the thing about the situation is follow her on Instagram and look at her lash work. I'm telling you right now, it's amazing. Whether you get lashes or not, follow her. CP Lashes, right?
Yep.
CP Lashes. And we'll link it below. So anyways, you guys, subscribe. Tell me if I taught you something. This was actually a really intense, very informative tutorial. And I honestly, this is my goal for you guys. I want you guys to be learning something. And if you are, comment below. Tell me what you're learning. Tell me the things that you do different. Tell me what you suggest different. Only be nice, though. No hate comments, because guess what I do? I block you and I remove your comment. So if you want to see my videos, don't be rude. Duh. It's all about the love. Duh. Anyways, you guys, subscribe to my channel, like, comment, and follow me on Instagram so you do not miss any of my pictures and my videos that I do not put on YouTube. It's Maddie Sue Styles. Also, do not forget, you guys, I started another YouTube channel. Be excited. It's vlogging and it's about my life, about my little boy, and about my husband, and we are freaking the bomb family. So go follow us on the other YouTube channel. I'll link it below, but it's called That Blonde Girl's Family. That's it. So That Blonde Girl's Family with an S. Okay? That Blonde Girl's Family. Anyways, you guys, love you. Thanks for watching. I hope I taught you something today. I will see you in the next video.